Like I always say, one of the advantages of being a barber, you self-employed. Self-employment means that you pretty much, you running your own business, you setting your own schedule, you got your freedom.
This is what I like about the barbershop. The barbershop is the black man's clubhouse. We talk about everything, politics, religion, everything, and it's with passion.
Well, I started 20 years ago, and I started cutting out in Suitland, and then I came over here to Lanham, which is pretty much the area which I grew up, working over my buddy Clemont's shop, and been over here, you know, never left a 3 or 4 mile radius in the last 20 years. With the barbering industry, it's allowed me to have a lot of flexibility. So I've been able to finish up my degree at Bowie State, taught elementary school for 7 years. I was able to had time to write and publish fiction novels. I published 6 novels. Able to start up a Boys and Girls Club, and just see myself continue to do other things to make myself more successful over the next few years. I consider a top barber to be someone who, number one, loves the industry, loves what they do. Someone who's good at what they do. I think to be a top barber actually takes a natural gift at this. And I also think that you just have to be someone who stays on the cutting edge. Whatever is sharp at the time, a lot of razor cuts. Right now the Beijing is hot, line design, stuff like that. So being able to having that gift and talent to capitalize on whatever's the hottest thing or the newest upcoming trends in the industry, staying on top of that, as well as having a good rapport and having a certain swagger and confidence about your work. For me, I actually opened up 3 years ago, right at the height of the recession. And you know, although it was slow getting started, I've actually seen a steady incline in business even through the economy. I've definitely seen a pickup more so over the last year or so. Even though I have noticed that a lot of times what I would normally see customers who are weekly customers or bi-weekly customers have slowed down as far as their frequency. But you know, with the price of haircuts going up, I'm actually able to make more money, be more profitable than I was 10 years ago. At the same time, growing my shop, growing my business, making the shop, continue to make it a nice family element, family oriented shop, and just continue to build a business.
I specialize in all razor technique shaping, whether it's kids razor shape-ups or adult razor shape-ups, beard trimming with the razor, and even women hairstyling with the razor. I like the atmosphere. I like the freedom you get to, create your schedule, come and go as you please, and still have time for your family. I started barbering in 2002. For about 9 years now I've been cutting. My full-time job. I don't do anything else besides barbering. If I had my own brand of clipper, I would name it Sharp, because everything they do would be sharp, whether it was from just cleaning up the lower part of the neck or just cleaning around the eyebrows. It would just be sharp. You wouldn't believe it. My biggest inspiration is my family. My kids, my wife, the joy of being a provider, having freedom of having a career, but still be there at any moment to see the smallest things, from a basketball game with the kids to, just going to a family play. What makes me a top barber is that I've put in my time. I've dedicated my life to cutting, and to my family, and to being a provider. A top barber is often chosen, but sometimes you have to demand that of yourself. But the owning part, certain things are certain people. That's not me. I like the gratitude of just being a part of something.
I started in the hair business around, I was probably the youngest barber to ever come through Bladesburg Barber School at the age of 16. I'm 31 now, so around 15 years. Teaching was something that I came across on the humble. One of the guys that I knew, a barber that I knew, was actually attending American Beauty Academy, and they had an opening for a teacher. Job to be ran a certain way, you wanted to have a certain look to it. Franchise probably wouldn't be an ideal venture for you. Right. All right. And so they should be able to take their skills here and go anywhere in the world and be successful. You need to find a lease that's going to give you a ladder, that's going to slow walk you. You need time to prepare your shop. You need time to do the construction in your shop. So you want a lease that's going to give you, like, say your rent is $1,600 a month. You don't want to come through the door and then 30 days down the road, you got to pay that $1,600. And I guarantee you, dealing with laborers, dealing with workers, it's not going to go smooth. It's going to be setbacks, it's going to be speed bumps and all that. A licensed barber is a key thing in this business because you have to be able to attract your clientele that way, first of all. Second of all, it's going to be hard to find a job. Thirdly, just State Board is really cracking down now on licensed barbers. I mean, the fine is ridiculous. One thing that a lot of barbers or people that's cutting hair that's not licensed don't know, if State Board catch you, it's a fine and it can mess your whole career up. Actually getting your license through an institution like this, you're learning so much as opposed to just going out knowing that you have the skills to cut a basic haircut or a basic fade. You're kind of limiting yourself in your career. You want to extend your career out to, the options are endless. And having your license, you had the key to success in this career.
This business never gonna die because no computer, no robot can do this but us. Work by hand. There's all this manual right here. It's all about selling yourself and doing what you gotta do to get in this industry. My best friend actually showed me how to cut hair, and I took interest in it by cutting everybody in the neighborhood. There wasn't some good cuts, definitely some bad ones, but I'm a competitive person. I tried and tried and tried till I somewhat got it right and just kept doing it. And as I got better and better, one of my friends said, "Hey man, you need to really go work in the shop because you can cut pretty good." And I said, "Well, I definitely try it out." Barbering is relaxing to me, it's not really that stressful, because the business is it's like no other though, just making like fast money instead of just hanging out in the street doing anything. But barbers like having fast money, you keep money in your pocket all the time as long as you go to work, as long as you be polite, and pay attention to your clients and do what you gotta do for them. You always gonna have money in your pocket and have clientele, but the clientele thing is like most important. You must have. You gotta really go out there and sell yourself. Well, my favorite style in cutting is lately is doing the mohawk. I love doing the mohawk because it's tough. It takes a little time, but I like the experience. I just like everything about it, because, just doing is adventurous, because making somebody just look good out of just a bush and then take it to a mohawk and really fading it just right and make it just fit their face just right, because every person can wear a mohawk, but if you're a pretty good barber and you know your technique, and your skills very well, you can be able to do something like that. If you ain't got clientele, I really don't advise you to just jump out there and be a barber, because it takes a whole lot. It takes a lot of patience, it takes a lot of time, And there's a lot of perfection in your work, because if you don't have perfection in your work and time in your work and patience, you're not gonna last in this business at all. But you can't please everybody, because every cut don't fit everybody, especially on that picture board. Some of those are made up. It's gonna be rough though when you first kick off, but as long as you got the clientele and you got the manpower and you got, tremendous family to have your back, you can do this, It's not that hard. As long as you focus and do your best and try your best, you can get this done, because barbering is a wonderful life to live.
Started in 1964 until the present day, 2011. I've been in business about 42 years, but I actually been cutting hair for 47 altogether. In 1964, it wasn't difficult at all. It was, in fact, it was very easy because you had plenty of customers, and everybody would patronizing. They didn't have any particular barber to go to during the time, 64 and on up to 1970 when they got particular. No, you couldn't make any money on the Bush era. The people would come, may wait 6 months to get a haircut, and but if you had a lot of customers, you make some money, but it even got to the point where people just come so seldom. Most barbers couldn't make it. I was one of the few that could, stick with it till the end. Well, like I said, in '64, plenty of people getting haircuts. Now, since the economical, the economics, is going down in the rough area right now. People not coming as often, and so you have to really be on the ball to keep your customers coming. Well, the only way you stay established, you have to have a good rapport with your clients. You have to be nice to the client and do everything you could not to run them away, and give them good customer service and be on time to work every day. One of the greatest honors I've ever had, and what makes it really special, I'm the first one to ever made the Hall of Fame from Washington. I'm a little poor North Carolina guy coming to Washington and then make the Hall of Fame. And it made me very proud to get that honor. I've never been first in anything like that. I became a member of the Hall of Fame because I've been giving community service for about 40-some years. All while I was practicing cutting hair, I used to set up right in the shop, in my barber shop, a program where I trained young barbers, and we cut the homeless hair for about 40 years, just continuously. The younger barbers, I do instill in them to come to work every day, try to be on time, and give good customer service to their patrons. But younger people is changing. They're not like the older generation. They, got be a little hot-headed, so they won't go as the 9 yards like everybody else will to keep customers. Well, like I tell all people, students, anyone, you have to love barbering, and you have to come to work every day, and you have to learn new techniques. You have to love, like I say, love what you're doing, because if you don't, you're not going to ever make any money, because you're not going to come to work. So the thing I like most about barbering is that you're working for yourself. Well, you say you're working for yourself, but I'm not really working for myself. I'm working for my customers. When they sit in my chair, that's my boss, and I love to talk to them. I love to just be around them, because most of the time we develop a friendship that lasts for a lifetime. I got people I've been cutting hair for 35, 40 years, and they still coming back. So that's longer than most people can keep a wife. So if I can keep a customer that long, I'm doing great. And make you top when you don't miss no time, and keep your customers. That will make you top, and you can keep on living.
I was on my way home from school, and I stopped by my aunt's house, who was already a hairdresser, and she gave me a pair of clippers. And I took them home and was my first client. Well, not a very satisfied client, by the way. It was a non-stop journey from there. I just cut as many people as I could around me, starting with my cousins and neighborhood friends, and it just progressed on. I cut in high school, cut in college. I've never worked or done anything else. I've always cut hair, and it's led me to where I am now, 25 years later. We're trying to really take advantage of the opportunities in the industry and create more opportunities for those out there that want to follow this as a profession. And we just really want to be a vehicle to really doing some great work and really providing some great opportunities and career development for those interested. My specialty in this business is aspiring to be amongst the best. And what I mean by that is truly being a master barber in all sense possible, from the ability to cut all types and textures of hair using all tools, providing excellent service that mimics the doctor-physician experience for the customer or the client, and we call them guests. One thing that is at the heart of the Michael Craig brand is education. We do retail products and we have other things that we like to hang our hat on, but education is really the biggest component of our brand. So training is a big part of our environment. We do a lot of in-salon training, out-salon training, in-school environment, hair show training. We have educational DVDs that all come together to really just promote being the best that you can. And as a brand, that has been the core of who we are from the very beginning. And so we're really at a point where we've developed our curriculum and we're getting ready to put it on the road, put the show in full effect and start this campaign that should revolutionize or assist in revolutionizing the barbering industry. So it's not just about, hey, come in, what do you want, and I cut your hair. It's more about finding out where you'd like to be with your image, what challenges you may have with that already, and playing a physician or a doctor role in that relationship so that I'm able to enhance your life or make your life easier. So when you come here, you should be able to cover any challenges, get solutions for those challenges through the shapes and the haircuts, as well as the support products that make it work. So I give you a consultation, we talk about your hair and your scalp, and from that we say, okay, this is gonna be the best situation, and to support that finished product, I lead you into shampoo and conditioner that will maintain a proper balance between your hair and your scalp. I lead you to a product that will help your haircut perform and do the things it should do. So we're really trying to recapture that era and just be hip and have fun doing it.